Namaste, Jai Bharat. The US President came on air and saw the video clippings and was narrating the situations in Iran. As per him, the Iranian soldiers are desperate and they are deserting. One news says that they are sleeping on the streets. They don't want to return to the barracks. That's a IR Iranian Republican Guard, IRG soldiers, yes. The senior officers have already fled. There is no coordination. There is no one from whom one can receive orders. There is no objective decentration, and the soldiers are unorganized. See, an army means it must have certain amount of discipline, right from food supply to repairing boots. Things should be structured, and if things gets collapsed, every army in the world should have backup plans. The backup plans should function. But Iran's case is total confusion. How do you know? This is precisely what Donald Trump was telling. They're running away. They're deserting. Quite possible. There's no reason not to believe what President Trump says. It could be true. Normally he gives a lot of bluff. He says, but this could be very true. So disorganized. And what is a situation on the ground about the people of Iran? Nobody knows. And there's no news. I haven't had any reliable news. What is the situation of the rebels, those who are against the radical Islamic regime of Iran, who were actually having some confrontations with the IRG before? Where are they? We don't know. There is, of course, obviously total chaos. Anytime anything can happen in Iran. That's the situation. Now, given this, they have no option other than to surrender. This is what is prima facie available, visible. And this, of course, is what we desire also. This is the objective of Israel also. They can't afford to compromise for anything lesser than a regime change. As far as Israel is concerned, it's their life and death problem. And such a small state, such a small amount of population, and so many numbers of missiles and other kinds of aerial attacks they are subject to. They have perhaps one of the best air defense system in the world, and in spite of thousands of aerial attack they are facing, only very few really actually hit the ground. Now that shows how efficient, determined and strong they are. That's the story of Israel. But America has nothing much to lose except in their interests in the geopolitics and dominating the world, etc. That's the usual kind of thing they do. Even if the world is perfect, they'll continue doing this. This American way of doing it. Whatever may be the internal problems in America, that should be kept besides the point, because they will continue doing it. What normal people in the world want is a peaceful settlement of the war, other than surrendering to the radical Islamic regime. Because with the radical Islamic regime, with the nuclear bombs in their hands, that's a permanent threat to the entire world. They are not rational. They will do anything very whimsically and impulsive. So with these are all the obvious dangers. The world should know, though the very Western world, who had promoted these people, who supported these people, who facilitated these people, who made them really facilitate radicalism for their temporary benefits, are now facing this music. And others are also dragged along with this to suffer. Anyway, let's hope what President Trump says should come true. In few hours, as per him, Iran should surrender. Iran should surrender. And nobody is going to capture Iran, at least prima facie. There will be a regime change from the dictatorship to democracy. That's what any democrat would want. We know what democracy is, and perhaps you also know what democracy happens in our nation. We have an opposition who thinks just opposing is the only job of opposition. They never appreciate anything. The present opposition, they never appreciate anything. They either keep quiet or try to find fault with what you do. That's what our opposition does. In spite of that, this opposition is something which we really want. We don't abuse the opposition that way. They just keep opposing. All right, let them keep opposing. This kind of opposition actually corrects the regimes. Gives them a correcting space which is required. Let's hope Iran will be sensible. People will be sensible that they will get democracy in their land. And we shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.